Day 62 of hitchhiking from South Korea to South Africa.
My first challenge this morning was to walk to the edge of Kiva, and it might not have been very far, but it was very hot, so by the time I finally made it, I was covered in sweat. Despite this, I still managed to flag down my first ride pretty easily, and it was a taxi, but the driver offered to take me for free. And then he also convinced this van to take me even further. I walked a bit again to get to a good spot, quickly got another ride, and then, before I was even fully out of the car, my next ride already pulled over. This guy was great and seemed really keen on helping me find a car who could take me far. But after not having any luck at a couple of different places, he decided to drop me off at a police checkpoint. The police officers were lovely and they kept giving me food and drinks. They also told me that they'd help me find a ride and that I should just wait in the shade. But I probably ended up being a bit too patient here, because I actually ended up waiting 3 hours before I finally had enough and told them I'd find my own ride, which only took a couple of minutes. Unfortunately, it wasn't long before our car started having issues. I'm not sure what was wrong with it exactly, but the fastest we could go was 50k an hour, which we ended up doing for way too long before we finally pulled over in a small village. My driver went to the mechanic and I went looking for another ride, which luckily came very quickly. I had a fan on my lap, which I honestly needed as it was still 42 degrees at 8 o'clock at night. And an hour later I got dropped off at the outskirts of Bukhara. I got a ride towards the city center, found a restaurant that was open, and then I walked the last hour to my hostel. Most things honestly went pretty well today, but by the time I finally checked in, I was absolutely exhausted. And very quickly called it a night.